So I have this set of drawers here at the bottom of my closet, and this top one is my nail polish. There is a lot in there, and there's just like random stuff. It's not organized, there's not room for it, and I just need to get rid of stuff. So that's what we're gonna do today. Alright, so this is everything that was in that drawer. I'm going to go through it kind of like by color and take out the stuff that I'm not going to use anymore, and hopefully this will be a lot smaller at the end of this video. I'm just going to start with the lighter blues and greens, and then move on to the darker colors and then the rest of my nail polish collection. So I'm going to start with this one. This is Salon Perfect in the shade Kaboom. And it's just this kind of blue and gold, little textured beads almost in like a gray, sorry, not a gray, a green jelly. It's a really interesting look. I think I bought this for some specific nail art look. I used to be really into nail art. That's why I have so much nail polish. But the problem with it now is, one, I'm never going to wear this. And then two, if you can see right there, like it's really dried up. I could maybe put, see, something just like flaked off of it. I could maybe put a, like, do you see? I mean, this actually shows you the color a little bit better. I could maybe put a thinner in here to make it usable, but I just, honestly, I've had this for like probably 5 years now, and I'm never gonna wear this. So I'm just going to put it over here. We're not going to keep that one. This is the Sally Hansen Hard as Nails Extreme Wear in the shade Blue Flame. I think I also bought this color specifically for a nail art look. It's still really pretty. I do like these colors, and it looks like it's still a good consistency. So I'm going to give this a couple of weeks, use it, see how I like it. It's like a maybe. So this is by Bonita Salon. I think I got this in an Ipsy bag, and it's in the shade Cocktails in Aruba. And this is actually what I'm wearing on my nails today. It's really pretty. I love the formula, kind of pale blue, almost mint green. This is basically my favorite shade of nail polish, so I'm definitely keeping this. I love this polish. This is a Maybelline Color Show, and it is very separated. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's really like dark blue on the bottom, and then it gets to teal on the top. This is the shade Urban Utopia. It's apparently a limited edition. I honestly think I got this at Dollar Tree. Sometimes my Dollar Tree stocks Maybelline, and it's not a bad color, and honestly the formula is still really good. So that's gonna go in up there. It's a maybe. This is a very old nail polish. I've probably had this for 6, maybe 7 years. This is Pure Ice in the shade Scream. And it's a darker blue. It's pretty, but I feel like it's not that different from this one. I feel like those are really similar. This is a lot older, and I like this formula better. So this is a no-go. This is the Sally Hansen Hard as Nails in the shade Big Teal. And I don't necessarily think this is teal, but this is really, really pretty. I wouldn't say that this is a teal. It's almost a sky blue, and that might change a little bit when I get it to not be separated, but that is beautiful. I definitely want to keep that. This is an LA Color Craze, or LA Colors Color Craze. I think these are like $1 at the drugstore. This is, it says it's in the shade Mint, but it's definitely not a mint color. It's super thin. I think this took like 4 coats to make opaque. I was not gonna keep this. It's way too watery. It's a color I'm never gonna wear. I just don't want this color. This is also by Sally Hansen. It is a triple shine nail polish. It's in the color Sensational. The cap is really weird. This is not, you pop this off and then you get the cap. But you can see it's really, really, really separated. And I spent a good 5 minutes just rolling it around in my hands and gently shaking it back and forth, trying to get this thing to combine. And I'm having a lot of trouble with that. So I'm going to give it one more shot of trying to get it to combine, but if I can't, I'm worried it's just too old. Although honestly, it looks the same as the Maybelline Color Show one. I'm gonna see if I can get this to combine and not be separated, but I'm probably going to get rid of this one, so that's going in the maybe. This might have been the first nail polish that I bought with my own money. I think I had a dress that was this color and I wanted my nails to match. This was like back in 7th grade maybe, and I'm a senior in college now. But this is in the shade Home Run, and I remember being super excited when I found this nail polish because this was my favorite color like all of my life, and now these kinds of colors like this one and the one on my nails, they're more common in decor and clothing and things like that. But I remember at the time this was not a very common color, and so I was super excited to find it. It's even hard to open. You can see there's nail polish up there, and surprisingly, the formula's not awful. Like, it's not super thick. I have some other colors that I like better. I still like this color, but not as a nail polish. And this is so old that I probably shouldn't even keep it, so I'm gonna get rid of that. It's Sinful Colors like gel. They released a gel line several years ago. This is in the shade Rendezvous. And I remember really liking the consistency of it. I think I'm gonna keep this, give it another shot, see if I like it on me, and I'll let you guys know if I keep it or not. And then this is also Sinful Colors. This is in the shade Mint Tropics. As you can see, I really like these mint colors. This is not bad. It's kind of like a seafoam green, almost, honestly, is what I would say. I feel like it's just too close to this one. They're not the same. It is a little bit greener, but it's just too close. I'm not going to keep this one. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. So that's 4 that I'm getting rid of. And then there's 4 that I'm definitely keeping. And then 2 that I'm maybe keeping. So went from 10 of these shades down to 6. So that's not awful. Okay, so these are my darker blues with a gray thrown in here. I'm going to start over here. This is an OPI shade. It's Keeping Susie at Bay. I love this shade. I love this polish, the formula, the brush. I just love everything about this one. It's kind of a gray toned midnight blue almost, I guess you could say. It does have a little bit of a gray undertone, and I love this polish. I especially love it in the winter because that's when I really like dark polishes, but I will wear this year round. Absolutely love it. Definitely keeping that. This is a brighter blue. It's the Sinful Colors in the shade Endless Blue, and it's just kind of your classic blue nail polish shade. And this is, I'm probably going to give this to someone. I might give this to my sister. I think she would really like it, but I have a feeling that it's really close to this shade, which I'll get into. So this I'm going to give to her. This I just like more. This is the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel. It's in the shade Tidal Wave. And I like this because it doesn't really stain my nails. I have the top coat to go with it. I feel like it lasts a really long time. And it's, again, just kind of that classic blue shade. It might be a little bit deeper than that one, but honestly, I just really like this shade. So keeping this one. All right, I have a China Glaze. This is a very, very deep blue. It's almost black, but it has a little bit of a blue iridescence to it. I don't know if you're going to be able to pick that up on camera, but it's just really beautiful. This is the shade Up All Night, and if you ever get a chance to see this in person, I would highly recommend it. It almost looks purple on the brush, but when you put it on your nail, it's just one of the most beautiful things. I love this color. Definitely not getting rid of that. And then I have another China Glaze. It's kind of in between these two shades. This is the shade One Track Mind, and it's just really, really, really pretty. So keeping that one. This is a Sinful Colors nail polish. It's in the shade, you know, I don't even know. I think this might be another Endless Blue. I think For some reason, yeah, I have 2 of them. I don't know why. Although I suppose I could keep one of them. I'm going to keep one of them for now. I'll give the other one to my sister. We'll see if I like it. I don't know. And then I have this Sinful Colors. It's a gray with like a little bit of an iridescence to it. It's in the shade My Turn. It's not the thickest formula. It's definitely not opaque even in 2 coats. I usually have to use 3 unless I'm using it to layer, but this is the only gray nail polish I have, so I'm not getting rid of this one. And then this is a mini from Ulta. This is definitely a gray blue. I used to have the shade taped up here, and that's gone. I got this in like a Christmas set on like a Black Friday shopping. I'll try to find the name of it. But it's just this really pretty gray blue color. It's kind of showing up gray, like just gray on camera. It does have a hint of a blue in it, and it's really, really pretty, especially in the winter. So I'm gonna keep that. So that means that out of the blues and greens that I showed you, I'm keeping 1, 2, 3. I'm keeping 12 of them and getting rid of 5 of them. I feel like that's okay, but I definitely need to do better in some of the next colors, like the reds and the purples and stuff. So, but that's what we're doing for blues, and let's bring up some more colors. All right, so these are my lighter to more like hot pinks, and then I have some reds and purples. I'm gonna start with this one. This is an Orly shade. It's showing up really, really white, but this is like a baby pink. It's in the shade Lift the Veil, but it is not nearly as orange as it looks. It's a really classic baby pink. I love the polish. I love that these handles have like a grip on them. I think that's great. My only complaint about this is that 1, the brush is tiny, and 2, it's a really, really thin nail polish. So I'm gonna see if I have any colors that are similar. This is a maybe. This is a China Glaze. Again, it's a little bit brighter. I'm not sure why my camera's not working well with pinks, but this is kind of a brighter baby pink, whereas the Orly was softer. This is in the shade Feel the Breeze. There we go. It's a classic, love this color, love the formula. It's just a really pretty pink, so I'm going to keep that. This is a China Glaze iridescent. It's really old, as you can tell by the label. It doesn't even have a name. It is an iridescent pink. However, I just tried to open it and it doesn't open. So there's no point in keeping it. Somehow nail polish kind of seeped out and got all up in there. It's pretty to look at, but I can't wear it. So we're gonna go ahead and not keep that one. This is a very old Pure Ice. This is in the shade Love. Don't think I've picked this up in years, and I can tell just by opening it. I think it's a little bit, yeah, it's really thick, and the brush is kind of all stuck together. So not keeping that one, not even going to give it away. It's just not usable. This, wow, I don't know how this stayed anywhere. This is by the Color Workshop, which I think sells like after Christmas gift sets or Christmas gift sets, you can buy like the Color Workshop polishes and makeup and stuff. But there's absolutely nothing to even show you. It looks like it was once a pretty color. It's just kind of a satiny pink, but that's just not gonna work. So getting rid of that one. This is a very beat up OPI. I think one time I bought like 3 polishes and one of them broke in the bag, but this is the shade Pink of Hearts, but I cannot open. Oh wait, there we go. That was rough to open. I'm not going to keep this because I can tell just by looking at it that it's not going to do anything. I don't think it's even going to be a wash of color. I might see if someone I know wants it. I'll try to clean up the bottle and make it easier to open, but I don't want to use that. This is an old Maybelline nail polish. It's Express Finish. This is in the shade Pink Shock, which there we go. I'm very surprised that that showed up. It's a pretty color. It's not something I would ever wear, but I feel like my mom would wear this color, and it looks like it's still in good shape. So I'm gonna see if she wants this. If not, I'm just gonna get rid of it. This I think I also got in an Etsy bag. It was either Etsy or Birchbox, but I feel like it was Etsy. This is by Trust Fund Beauty. It's in the shade I'm Kind of a Big Deal. And it's a cream polish, just kind of a dusty pink color. It's showing up pretty true to color. Love the formula, love the brush. Definitely keeping this color. So this is an OPI nail polish. It's in the shade Shorts Story, but it is a pretty pink, and as of right now I'm not keeping anything that looks like it, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one for now, but I need to clean up this part right here because it's making it difficult to close the bottle. This I got on clearance at Sally's. This is a hot pink shade by China Glaze. It's just a cream finish. It's in the shade Hang 10 Toes, and it's just a really pink, really pretty pink. It does have a little bit of a purple iridescence to it, but it's really, really, really faint, which I don't mind. It's a really pretty color, and definitely keeping that one. This is another OPI nail polish. It's in the shade DC Cherry Blossom, and it does just look like a cherry blossom pink, but I don't think I can get that open. Even if I can, I'm probably not going to keep it because there's just other pinks that I like better. This is also a color workshop, and you can see it's so old that the print has worn off of it, so I have no idea what color it is. It's almost like a cranberry color, and the formula still looks good. I'm going to give this a shot, see if I like how it performs, see if I like it on my nails, and we'll see, I don't know, I'll let you know if I keep it. Pink Flamingo. This is a dark hot pink. If I'm wearing a pink just by itself, I prefer it to be darker, like this one, so definitely keeping that. This is another OPI. It's in the shade I'm India Mood for Love. And it's really similar to these. It's kind of in between. It's just kind of a mauvey color, but I don't think I can open that one. But if I can get it open, I'm probably going to keep it. This is a pink shimmer nail polish in the shade Princess's Rule. It's really pretty. Okay, I can't open it with that. I remember it's really pretty to put on over other things as almost a top coat, but wow, I'm gonna have to clean it up. Okay, so it's just a pink, it's tiny, tiny, tiny shimmers. It's really pretty. I'll go ahead and keep this one. Might get rid of it later, but I'll give it a shot. And then I have another color workshop. I don't know where all these came from. This actually looks really similar to this one, and I can get it open, but I have a feeling it's going to be really, really, yeah, that's really thick and gloopy, and I don't even want to mess with trying to fix it. So I'm getting rid of all 9 of these, and then I am only keeping 7. So getting rid of these, keeping these, not that bad. Let's move on to darker reds. Really quick, I forgot one of my pink polishes. This is a Fuse nail polish. It's basically washing out, but it's a pretty, I guess, light pink with like gray glitter. It's okay. It's, oh wow. I don't even remember it being that color. It's possible it was. It's a pretty glitter, but this, you're supposed to use it with a gel lamp, and I did, and I found that it just like peeled itself off within like 3 hours. So definitely not worth it, not keeping it. And then every time I step away from this table, I find something that slipped through the cracks. This is a flower nail polish. It's in the shade Bluebell of the Ball. It's in really tiny print right there. This is really pretty. I honestly think I got it on clearance at Walmart for just a couple of dollars, but it's a really pretty kind of gray undertoned pale blue. Love this color. Definitely keeping that. So these are my darker pinks and reds and kind of like darker reds and cranberries. This is an OPI color in the shade Belize It or Not. And it's a really pretty muted pink, but again, I am having trouble opening this bottle. I don't know what happened. It's probably because I have not opened these in so long. So I'm going to try to open it. If I can and the formula is okay, then I'm going to keep it. But if either of those things is a no, I'm just gonna get rid of it. This is a color workshop. It's just a classic red, but as you can see, it just like broke open, and that's just not gonna work. This is an OPI. It's a red gel with like pink shimmers. It's really pretty. It's in the shade I'm All Ears, and it is a pretty color. From what I found, the formula holds up pretty well. It's really thin, so I like to put it over like just classic reds, but I love this color, so I'm definitely keeping it. This is a more classic red cream polish from OPI. It's just the OPI red, and I hope the formula is still good on this because I really like this. Yeah, so the formula still looks good, maybe a little bit thick, but if it's just a little bit too thick, I'll throw some nail polish thinner in there. Definitely keeping this. It is a classic red, and I feel like it's a staple in any nail polish collection. Now these, I had a blue one in the same bottle, so I got them all in a set. This is in the shade Poinsettia. So I see that I like cut it off of the box and glued it on there. So I see that one did not come off, but it's again just your classic red, and it's a pretty good formula. I know I'm keeping the other classic red, but this is so tiny and I know I can use it up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep that one as well. And then this is a deep kind of cranberry color. It's showing up really true to color. Unfortunately, I don't have the name on here, so it must have popped off, but this is a really pretty deep color. Love this in the fall and winter time. Totally keeping it. This is an old bottle of Sally Hansen Hard as Nails. It's in the shade Brownstone, and it's kind of iridescent. It has some pink reflection in it. It's really, really thin. I don't know if you can see the liquid moving in there. I don't think I'm ever going to use it, so I'll see if maybe my mom wants it. This is a Pixel nail polish. I have no idea where this came from. I think my mom might have given it to me, but it's a deep cranberry color, and I know I have the other one, but these are both so tiny. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. This is an OPI nail polish that has completely dried out. It broke, but it's just completely dried out. It was the second OPI red. I'm getting rid of that one. This is a Color Workshop nail polish. It does not have a shade name. I think this is newer, a lot newer than the other ones though, and it's a cranberry, but it's a little bit lighter than the other two, so gonna keep that one. This is an OPI Positively Hot, and it's a matte color. I was trying to figure out what that other word was, and it's weird to me because it almost looks a little bit iridescent in the bottle, but it does dry matte, but it looks like some parts dried inside the bottle. I think I can make that work. If I can't, it's gone. And then I have no idea, another Color Workshop. I think my mom just like buys these in bulk, and then I take the colors that I like. It's a classic red. I think if I really work on it over the winter, I could use up this one, and then just keep the OPI red as like my permanent staple. So in the like darker reds, I'm keeping 9 and I'm getting rid of 4. It could be better, but it also could be a lot worse.